Hello my gorgeous Sagittarius, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is my monthly horoscope tarot card reading. It's for you, my beautiful Sagittarius, and it's for November 2018. So it's for you, my beautiful Sagittarius, for November 2018. Do you know what? Of course, this is your time to shine. Of course, this is your time to wake up. Of course, this is your time to do and deal with those things that have been bothering you for a long while. There is an ongoing problem you will have the direct solution for, and that particular ongoing problem was the part of you, was part of your sign, was part of your energy, was part of your spiritual journey for the last 24 months, although it was very significant indeed for the last 12 months especially. It is going to be the very significant time of moving on, very significant time to move on, but also on another hand, there is a particular area, particular stage of your life is going to change, and that change is first going to seem like, oh no, my God, what now? But then very soon after, very shortly after, there is going to be the sign that you are going to have. There's going to be an omen that you're going to have. There is going to be realization that you are going to have, and you are going to be all around the place. When I say that you are going to be all around the place, finally you're going to start feeling your own energy. You're going to start feeling your own power. I'm not saying you didn't feel your own energy before, and I'm not saying you didn't feel your own power before, but I'm just saying that there's certain things, when they're clouding our mind, when they're part of our life, when they're part of our spiritual journey, can prevent us to enjoy this life, can prevent us to notice and see things that are around us that could be literally, potentially life-changing. And this is not a literally or potentially, this is basically life-changing situation. It's going to arise for you. In numerology, you have got number one. Excuse me, you have got number one. Okay, so basically we have got like November, which is of course 11, number 11, and now you have a number one again. So there is a triple number one that you have this month, but this energy is just going to be absolutely bombastic. This energy is just going to be not only life-changing. Do you know what this energy reminds me of? This energy reminds me of like a little caterpillar who is becoming a butterfly. Okay, that particular energy you are going to have in November. That particular energy is going to be your driving force. That particular energy is just going to open your eyes and make you realize probably the most significant thing this year. And when I say this, the most significant thing, this is just going to come from, and it's going to stem from your own feelings, from your own personal connection with the universe, and from your own personal connection with yourself. Number one. But that's just amazing. It is not all about 11. It's not only about the angels, about our spirit guides, about our signs, about our messages. It's about the realization that you are reaching a very important stage in your life. Very important stage in your life that is very closely related to your spiritual journey. It is time for creation. It is time for awakening, and this is all going to be the start of the new adventure. This is how literally November is going to feel like a start new adventure, but the bottom line is that it's all going to be about you having the whole new beginning. Okay, and this new beginning is just going to be probably the most optimistic time of your life, because it's just going to motivate you like nothing else so far did. This is the time of awakening. This is the time of just starting to do new things and opening the whole new leaf, the whole new page in your life and in your spiritual journey indeed. Financially, this is going to be a great month, and also when it comes to the confidence and when it comes to self-esteem, this is going to be very significant month, because there will be the certain time where you are going to find yourself like, wow, I can't believe I've done that. You're wonderful signs, you're amazing amazing, you're very, very ambitious, you're very powerful, everybody knows that, and you're very, very confident, but sometimes you are not, of course, and sometimes things don't work just that right, sometimes things don't work just that well, you know, that's being confident, intelligent, and when we put all these things together, we get this one big circle. But now you will find yourself in a very, very interesting situation, because you will act slightly differently, and this is all going to be the part of this new spiritual journey that I've already mentioned. So when it comes to the actual number one, it is all about you starting a new journey. It's all about your own personal new creation. It's about to be born. It's about to start. It's about to have the most significant beginning that you had so far this year in 2018. Okay, when it comes to the actual health, okay, your energy levels are going to be absolutely brilliant. Your energy levels are going to be absolutely fantastic. So this is going to be the month. It's not only like about, oh yeah, I'm having great energy levels, yay, wee. No, it's not only about that. It's not only about that. I'm talking about mentally and physically. I'm talking about spiritually. When we have lots of energy and we feel like that throughout the month, sometimes if we are negative, and sometimes if we are down, we can get drowned in our own feelings, and then that just sucks up all our energy, and then we can't even get on with life like how we can normally do. There's so many different aspects that can actually affect us. So when it comes to your energy now, your energy levels are going to be really great, which means it's going to be a brilliant month to achieve things, to do things, to start new things, because you will be able to achieve a lot, of course. But when it comes to the actual other things, you know, when it comes to your health, I think you have to really watch your shoulders. Your shoulders are going to be like really sensitive area, and your neck is going to be quite sensitive area. So just kind of try to sit down, try to sit in the correct way, try to have like a proper pillow, try to sleep with a pillow. If it's like proper pillow, I mean natural pillow, good pillow that's good for you. And also try to sleep with a pillow in between your legs, like in between your knees throughout November 2018, because that's going to help you quite a lot as well. Okay, and also you are going to have like a dry skin on your face, dry skin on your hands, and dry skin on your feet. And I repeat, please, whatever you do, just try to use natural products when you wash, when you with shower gels, you know, like your little creams afterwards. Please try to stick to natural creams. You know, they're just so good for you without any chemicals and things like that. So try to use natural soaps, and then try to moisturize yourself with natural creams. Okay. Now my Sagittarius is now, I'm gonna tell you how is it going to start now. This reading is like my goodness, seriously. Now the 2nd of November, it is just going to be the situation that it's going to arise, that it's not going to be that huge, that is not going to seem that huge, that is not going to seem that different or significant. But then as the time goes by, you will realize this, you will be able to connect to this, and you will be able to, you know, to realize what I was trying to say. So there is a situation that is going to arise, and that situation is going to make you to kind of to make a certain adjustment, and you will want to change the certain area in your life, and that will all come from somebody who had a really good influence on you, somebody who inspired you. Hello. No, somebody who inspired you, somebody who had a really good influence on you. You see, it could be absolutely anyone, but the bottom line is that it is going to be good influence, because you're going to find yourself being very passionate about a certain stage in your life. And that as well, it's going to bring you an omen. Please watch for the omens on that day. This year we had so many omens. This is absolutely brilliant, and I love it. That means that we are so close to the certain spiritual point, which is going to affect every single one of us. But that's a completely different story now. But this is brilliant, because you are going to have a very powerful omen, and that omen that you are going to have by the end of the day on the 2nd of November is just going to actually give you a kind of a strength and control over the situation, over the certain area of your life that you wanted to change, that you wanted to to adjust. There's the realization that you are going to have, and something will need to change. Something will need to go, because if you don't change things in your life, then you're just not going to change your own particular situation. If you don't change your situation, your energy is going to stay the same. And the bottom line is that there is a courage that you are going to have, which means that you will do something that you probably, you see, it's the courage that I said before, confidence that I said before, that you are going to have this month in your sign. It's going to become very significant when it comes to this. It's great because the bottom line is that there is going to be a really great accomplishment that you are going to have indeed. And the omen that you can have on this day, that you will have on this day, is going to be very significant, and it's going to come in, it can come in many different forms, many different things. You know, it could be something in the sky, it could be like a little bird flying, it could be a little kitty saying hello, it could be a little doggy saying hello, it could be a little jumping spider, you know, coming at the right time and just like kind of connecting to you. It could be absolutely anything. Maybe you notice a certain flower, the certain color, passion, red, you know, it all depends, but just expect a really interesting omen indeed. Now, the second important day, it's going to be, now look at this, on the 11th of November. What do I even say here? 11. So now we have 11. So this is 4 times number 1. Listen, this means on the 11th of November, you oh my God, I don't even know how to explain this. There is a new spiritual door about to open for you. This spiritual door you will of course not be able to see, but seriously, they will be so powerful, they will be so significant, they will be so strong, they will be so different, they will be so unique, they will be so, you will feel so passionate about it that you will probably literally be able to see them, you see. But the new spiritual door that are going to open on the 11th of November. So you have 11 and 11. This day is going to be like, oh my God, you're literally about to step in the whole new dimension, into a whole different dimension, which means that this is going to be the time, this is going to be the day that is going to be great for healing. Okay, healing yourself, for the connection with the universe, for the connection with you and with other people in your life, you and the people, you know, the spirits in the spirit world. It is going to be absolutely amazing. But when it comes to the actual healing, this is going to be a very significant time, because it's going to be the perfect time to actually try to I think that my plant just moved, but there's nothing unusual in my life. But anyway, yeah, so so it's going to be like a perfect day for healing when it comes to your own, the actual connection with you and with the universe, which means try to do healthy things on this day. I'm not saying that you're not healthy, but try to do like a really nice diet, like healthy diet. Try to try some nice healthy supplements, maybe. Try to like do healthy things, go in the forest, go in the nature. Try to find an unexplored part in the forest, unexplored part in the nature, a little bit that nobody was there, you know, before, like no human went before. Try to find a little place in the nature, little space in the nature, and put your hands on that part where what was unexplored, for example, untouched, you know, unchanged, you know, because the energy there is very strong. And when we find these places in these areas in the forest, in nature, this has got an amazing influence, an amazing impact on us in the healing way, which is absolutely brilliant. And this is why I'm saying that this is the 11th of November is just going to be so good, because now you will be able to actually feel this energy, to sense this energy, to live this energy in a completely different way. I'm not saying that you can't do this on any other day. You can do this on every single day, of course, have a connection with the nature. But what I'm saying is that on the 11th of November, because you are going through your own spiritual door, you're almost going to be the part of the different world. So if you do this on that particular day, you will be synchronized with it like 1000% more. And once you're synchronized with this, with nature, with Mother Nature, with the spirituality, with your spirit guides, with your angel, there is going to be a very important message for you there. You will feel very free, you will feel very good, you will feel very ecstatic, but also very important message is going to come for you. And that message that is going to come to you is going going to be directly connected to the problem that you had for a really long time, the problem that you had for the last 36 months or for the last 3 years. Very significant. The problem that you had, the issue that you had, and negativity that you had, that other people that were very close to you knew about it, or maybe you were just really, really quiet about it. You didn't want to talk about it to many people. It's just very, very personal indeed. But this day is just going to be a remarkable day for the actual connection with your own spirituality when it comes to like a different dimension indeed. The third important date is going to be on the 29th of November, Sagittarius, my babies. Now, the 29th of November, it's all going to be about money, money, money. Okay, so basically, the 29th of November, it's just like a very powerful time for example, for those of you that are working, for those of you that are working for the company, for those of you that are working like maybe if you are self-employed, it doesn't matter, because this is going to be the day, very lucky day, very significant day, and there is some kind of apprenticeship going to come through on this particular day, and that apprenticeship is also going to become very close to the certain idea, very close to the certain part of your life that you wanted to do and you wanted to change in a really long time. If you are retired, you see, it doesn't matter. For example, if you are retired the 29th of November, it's also going to be very significant. Of course, it's not going to be like a work or career, but it is going to be like some kind of apprenticeship that you are going to take. But it could be like anything to do with your hobby, anything to do with the things that you like, because this is going to become your own bright star. There is a bright star that is going to start shining, and that bright star will want you to follow it. Okay, so this is going to be the particularly significant day on the 29th of November, because there's a bright star that is going to become very available to you, and that is just going to come in the form of something completely new, in the form of something completely different, and it is going to become something that is going to make you very optimistic and above all very motivating indeed, and that's always good. On another hand, the 29th of November, it's also going to bring a good news about your own personal finances. I said money, money, money. No. Okay, so the 29th of November is going to bring you really good news about your finances, and it is going to be a great thing, because it is going to be gain, and it is going to be an advancement, and that the certain desires are going to be realized through this as well. And also the new motivation. This is the whole new motivation that is going to come through, and that new motivation is just going to be very, very good, because it's going to have a really fantastic impact and influence on you and your own personal progress. Okay, so now going on the first part of November 2018. Now the first part of November, it's going to start with you being tested a little bit by maybe some kind of like the certain situation that you are going to go through. This is nothing to do with work, this is nothing to do with career or anything like that, but it's just going to be the situation that somebody is just going to kind of surprise you with the way they're going to be. And this is somebody who is very close to you, somebody who is really close to your life, somebody who's really close to your energy. You're just not going to be able to understand this, and this is because this person is going through something very difficult. And please, there is going to be a situation where you're going to kind of react in a maybe a little bit abrupt or a little bit anxious way, but you just need to like kind of ground yourself a little bit and step back from the situation and just kind of and see how the situation is actually going to develop. It is going to be very, very interesting and learning experience for you. Please get this like a black onyx. Do you see how gorgeous this is? Black onyx. What do I have here? Black onyx. Black onyx is absolutely amazing. It's brilliant. It's very, very spiritual. And it's for this type of situation when we are going through emotional problems, through emotional stages, when we are going through emotional stages, when we are changing through the eyes of somebody else, when we are changing through the actions of somebody else, when we are dealing with issues and dealing with problems, but it's not necessarily caused by us. Black tourmaline. I was going to say, my goodness, yeah, I love black tourmaline as well, but black onyx is actually brilliant when it comes to these situations because it's a fantastic for grounding, and it also helps us to look at the situation from a slightly different point of view, slightly different angle. It has got a unique way of grounding, but a unique way also of us like connecting to our spirituality, connecting to our spirit guides, and especially when we are going through lots of changes when it comes to our own spiritual journey and through lots of changes that are caused by other people. Please get black onyx. It's absolutely beautifully powerful. November and December are going to be very important for you to wear black onyx every single day if possible. This black onyx comes with a sterling silver and sterling silver setting, and it comes with a sterling silver chain, and you can buy this on my website. The link is in the description below. This is something that I highly recommend, not only for November but for the December as well, because it's going to help you to go through these changes and not to react or overreact. Most importantly, it can help you to feel ground, to be ground, and to look at the things, you know, from a completely different perspective, which is really important. Okay, so, and also on another hand, there is determination that you had. There's something that you were focusing on and something that you were doing in your life when it comes to your life in general, and that determination that you were doing was a part of your life for the last 4 years. Now, this is why I'm saying it's so important. It's November, the year is almost coming to an end, and in your case it seems to be so many things are going to start unfolding that have been there for a really long time. The determination that you had for absolute ages is not going to come through again, and very, very big wish, I mean something that you really wanted to, it's going to come through, and you were thinking about it for a long time, and now you're just going to kind of be surprised with yourself, surprised with this situation, and you're going to find yourself like contemplating in a contemplating situation, and that is actually going to be the best thing that can happen to you, because it's going to have an enlightening effect on you. Even if it doesn't feel so, even if you feel a little bit stroppy or a little bit anxious, it is still going to have an enlightening effect on you, and that is just going to kind of give you power and make you to kind of deal with a certain problem in your life. And this is strictly to do with the money, this is strictly to do with the financial situation, something that you wanted to do for a while but you couldn't do because of the certain situation, because money situation didn't improve or it didn't allow it. Now I have a really good news. Because especially huge massive burden that you had for a while, for quite a long time, it's actually going to come back. And it's going to come back in a really good way, because now this time there is going to be an inheritance that is going to come through. Yeah, an inheritance. Or if you haven't got anyone to leave you an inheritance, then you may hear about it, you know, that you might get an inheritance. And also if you really don't, if you don't have anyone from who you can get an inheritance, then there is going to be a certain amount of money. So it doesn't have to be necessarily an inheritance from somebody dead or something like that, because I know few people were worried last time when I said like an inheritance, but it doesn't have to be an inheritance necessarily from like somebody that died or something like that. This could also mean a certain amount of money that is going to come through, that is going to come surprise you in a way, and it is going to be a good surprise, and you're also going to be the part of like a group of people, or you are going to be part of other people who are going to get a certain amount of money through this as well. That money is going, but the bottom line is that you're going to end up with a surprise amount of money, and that money is actually going to help you to deal with a certain burden, and that burden is going to be your trampoline, okay, for the new life, for the new direction. Immediately after there is the competition that you are going to have. You will be the part of the competition. My goodness, listen to me very carefully. Do not be scared, do not fear. Following to the second part of November, the mid part of November is very strongly, this competition is going to be like, oh my God, flying around you like a little butterflies, flying around you like a little angels, flying around you like a little spirit guides, you know, and it's just going to like keep on giving you power, keep on giving you energy, keep on giving you confidence. Listen to me very careful. Any competition that you have, just go for it. it, go for it, go for it. I know that you will be a little bit scared. I know that you will be a little bit, it will be a little bit uneasy and you're going to be a little bit uncertain what to do. But my bottom line here is that any competition that you have, that you can possibly go for, do not reject it whatsoever. Because even if you don't know anything and if you haven't got any confidence or something like that, trust me, it will come. Trust me, it will manifest. Trust me, it will happen. It will be really good and it will have a direct result on your own prosperity. A very positive result on your own prosperity. So just go for it, because this is going to be the step in the right direction. Also, family news, very important family news that you are going to have, very important family news. And that family news is just going to have a really good influence on you, really good impact on you, because it's going to help you grow in so many different ways. And also it's going to give you and bring you the whole new inspiration and the whole new potential. And that in itself will just want to give you the chance to think about a certain parts of your future, of your immediate future, that you couldn't think about before. But then there is something going to happen and you're going to realize that there is a little bit negative situation that is just going to come through the person who is some kind of authority figure. This doesn't have to be necessarily somebody who you work. You could be retired, but there is an issue that is going to happen, an issue that is going to manifest, issue that you will have, and that issue is going to come through some kind of a negative figure who is an authority figure. And that's why I said also, when it comes to you wearing black onyx, now black onyx also will protect you with this type of situation, will protect you with this type of people, will protect you from the people from authority, because they don't have to be negative or nasty or something like that. But sometimes they do drain people's energy in many different ways. They don't have to be horrible or anything like that, but it's just sometimes it depends what balance of energy they have, you see. And this is where black onyx, again, it's very highly advised to get like a black onyx indeed. And this situation that is going to arise through somebody of authority is just going to like kind of disappoint you a little bit, but this disappointment that you are going to have, it's just going to resolve in you not being too ecstatic, not being too happy with the decision that was made, or with the progress that you realize is actually happening after that. But then again, at the end of the day, that is going to be followed by the last part of November, which is just going to actually turn out to be really good, because there is a completion going to happen. The completion of your own personal journey, completion of your own spiritual journey, which is going to require from you to say yes, okay? And if you find yourself in a situation where it's yes or no at the end of November, just go for yes, because that's the answer. And also, I see that the balance is going to come through this, believe me or not. So it's not all going to be bad. It is going to resolve itself in such a way where actually this is going to be really good for you, because a certain stage of your life will come to an end and you're going to be like, yes, thank God for that. Okay? And and also there is the journey that you are going to have, and the journey that you will plan to have. You will plan to go some kind of trip away, some kind of trip, maybe abroad, maybe to the nearby village, maybe to the near forest somewhere. There's going to be a trip that is going to be planned, and that trip is very significant. When I see trips to plan, like in readings, it means that there is just something very spiritual gonna be waiting for you when you go there, on your way back, when you're planning it. It all depends, and it's all gonna boil down to one thing: a great idea is going to come out of it. A great idea is going to stem out of it indeed. Okay? And also, what you were worrying about, the financial situation, especially at the end of November, you know, just right, the last few days is going to be brilliant, because there was a certain loss that you were worrying about. You were like kind of thinking about something, focusing on something, and that was very much so related to the certain loss. Worry. And that is going to be really good, because actually it is not going to be bad. You will realize it's absolutely fine. You will start getting your balance back when it comes to financial situation, when it comes to worrying and negative feelings and thoughts. So for those of you that have been worrying about your financial situation, the end of November, very end of November, it's going to be absolutely brilliant when it comes to your financial situation changing, indeed. And also, basically, what else I was going to say, the end of November, it's also going to bring feelings. And this is really good. And please, if you feel like that, do it, do it, do it. This particular life that we live is too short. It's really short. You know, we are 5, we are 10, we are 20, we are 50, we are 100, we are by, you know, we go to the next world. We don't just, you know, people don't just die. We just, like, people live many, 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 many different lives. Many, many, many different lives. But these lives, different lives that we live are quite short. And that's why I'm saying that if you have a nostalgic moment when it comes to people in your past, like your friends and things like that, you're gonna start feeling like you want to reconnect with certain people. And please, my bottom line is, if you do want to reconnect with certain people, just go for it. Please call them, please text them. If somebody was very close to your heart in your childhood and you didn't see them in a really long time, go and see them, text them, phone them. You've got all the social networks nowadays, you know, get in touch with them, you know, don't wait, you know, like when we go to the next world, you know what I mean, like just basically go for it. This is really great, and I really like when I see like reconnections like this as well. And you know what is really good for reconnections? Like Moldavite is probably one of the most powerful crystals again, and I highly feel like you should be getting Moldavite and you should be wearing Moldavite, because Moldavite is very significant when it comes to reconnection. When we lose a connection with certain people, when we lose a connection with certain family members, when we lose a connection with certain friends, when we just lose a connection, it doesn't even have to be fight or argument, but you just lose connection. You just think, yeah, we were getting on so well, everything was so good when we were children, why are we not friends now, you know, like, and it's things like that, and we just don't know, we don't have the answer. People just go following their own personal spiritual journeys, and sometimes people go towards their own spiritual journeys, and sometimes people go you know, back to each other and are friends again. But why not to go back to each other and be friends again? And this is why Moldavite is brilliant. And November again and December are going to be very significant for reconnection. So Moldavite comes with a sterling silver setting and sterling silver chain, and the link is in the description below. And I highly recommend to get something like this for reconnections. Okay, so now sorry. Okay, so now I'm going to shuffle these cards. And I'm going to say to you as well what I said to everybody else, because so many people asked me about these tarot cards, because everybody likes them. And I do have a taste when it comes to tarot cards. I like old, I like vintage, I like this energy, I get drawn into it, okay? And I basically, if you would like to buy these tarot cards, you can get a link to get these tarot cards in the description below. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to shuffle these tarot cards, and I'm going to connect to you, my beautiful baby Sagittarius, and I'm going to connect to those of you that are in relationship. Okay? For November 2018. Ooh la la. Okay, well, this is very interesting. You see, now it is stemming down, it all stems down to what your partner is doing, what your partner was focusing on, and an ongoing problem that your partner was focusing on, an ongoing problem that was bringing your partner down, an ongoing problem that your partner, it doesn't have to be necessarily a problem, but it's just something that a certain direction that your partner wanted to go towards, certain achievement your partner wanted to do, wanted to go for, but it just didn't happen so far. It was very slow. It's just the main focus of your partner when it comes to you, when it comes to their life, when it comes to their success, when it comes to something that they wanted to do and something they wanted to focus, but this was kind of affecting both of you, you know that. Now there is a very bombastic turning point that your partner is going to have. November is just going to be mind-blowing when it comes to your partner. because this is all going to be about spirituality. This is all going to be about destiny. This is all going to be about fortune. This is all going to be about the wheel of fortune, because what is going to happen in your partner's life, your partner is going to have a wheel of fortune coming towards them, and once that wheel of fortune comes there, gets there, once that wheel of fortune hits them, they will find themselves in a situation where they will find themselves to react like the way they wouldn't normally react, because it will need to be very quickly, that reaction from them. And that reaction is going to be the key answer. That reaction is going to be absolutely amazing, because the things are about to change, and this is going to be really, really great. This is going to be really, really good, because this is going to have an amazing impact for both of you. It will help both of you, and that after that moment, after that point, the relationship is going to evolve even on a whole new level. So it's a very, very good month for those of you that are in a relationship indeed. Okay, so now I'm going to shuffle these cards, and I'm going to concentrate on those of you that are single. Okay, Sagittarius, single Sagittarius from November 2018. Interesting. Okay, so this is it basically. You see, there is a those of you that are single, you will find yourself being very busy this month. You will find yourself having a lot to do this month. You will find yourself meeting lots of people, whether this is going to be through your work, whether this is going to be just by you going out, whether this is going to be if you're retired, like where you're going to meet with people, for example, you know, maybe like what hobbies you do. It really depends, but you are going to find yourself in a situation where you're going to meet certain person, but that person that you're going to meet in November, it's going to be part of your everyday scenario. But what else I was going to say, or part of your usual scenario, but that person is going to be new, that person is going to be different. But what else is even more important is that at around the time you will find yourself in a situation in November where you're gonna be thinking about a new stage in your life, new wish in your life, new plans in your life. And you're going to start feeling very strongly connected to it. And as you're connecting to it, you're going to attach yourself to it very strongly. But this is really good, because you're going to start your own manifestation like that, this way. On another hand, what else is going to happen is you are going to attract, at around the time when you're thinking about new plans and new wishes, when you're focusing on it without even realizing, my babies, without even realizing, you are going to start to attract this certain person in your life. This certain person that you're going to start attracting in your life is going to be very beautiful, very intelligent, very powerful, and very successful indeed. And this person is just going to have an amazing influence on you. So the way you're going to meet this person, there are going to be other people around. The way you're going to meet this person, you're going to kind of you're not going to be paying attention first to people around you. As I said, you're going to be focusing on certain area in your life, new plans and new wishes, remember. And then this person is going to manifest. And this is going to be absolutely brilliant, because this person is going to have an amazing influence and impact on you. And this person is going to come in so great. This person is going to slide in so perfectly into your life. When it comes to you thinking about new plans and new wishes and things like that, this person is going to be so successful, so powerful, and it's going to inspire you in so many different ways. This is going to be very, very interesting, and it is going to be somebody who you were waiting for a really, really long time, Sagittarius, those of you that are single, without you even realizing. Okay, so thank you ever so much for watching my videos, my beautiful Sagittarius. I wish you the happiest November, and I'm sending you the brightest blessings, love and light right now. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.